Welcome to the Where's My Hat podcast. I'm here with Joey Hain, Stacey Stark, and Kay Banks. I'm Branden Eifrid from Equip Music, and we're going to start the podcast right now. I'm going to give up my mic to Kay Banks over here. Kay?
Thank you very much. Stacey, it's nice to talk to you. How are you?
I'm feeling that, that gut feeling that I get sometimes from you where you really need to have control over things.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Joey Hain, how are you?
I'm good. I feel a little taken aback by Stacey's comment about your control complex, but I'm going to be evaluating that for the majority of the episode.
That's great. That's what this is all about.
Thank you. Thank you for the both of you. And now, here we go. Go ahead. You're a co-host. Go with it.
Do you want... Okay, so since the last episode that we literally just recorded was totally scrapped, do you want to revisit that Fuck, Marry, Kill that we promised to continue?
To the listeners listening at home, we recorded a really good 20 minutes. You won't hear any of it, and I'm so sorry for that. But we're going to revisit a Fuck, Marry, Kill. But before we do that, we're going to try a new game. It's going to be picking topics out of a hat for Where's My Hat podcast. And by the end of the episode, we will come up with some sort of joke. Good or bad, that's up to you. But all three of us, the co-hosts and the guests, will pick a topic out of the hat. And then by the end of the episode, we will come up with some sort of joke. All right, Stacey, since you're closest to the hat, by all means, you go first.
And while
All right.
Stacey's picking, can I just say it was so classy that as the guest, I was announced first, name-wise. I noticed that and I was like, that is just how, Martha Stewart would do it.
And I didn't even mention that you were a guest.
Yeah. There was no mention that I was a guest.
Branden just was nice enough to let us know that he didn't mention that Joey Hain is a guest. And he really fucked up.
Can I just interject something while I am a co-host of this podcast?
Please.
I think that everything that we've already said needs to stay in, and then just don't edit at all.
Trust me, I'm way ahead of you.
They
No.
will think we're straight up psychos if we were
No.
hard reset NPR voice. Hi, welcome back. Thank you, Branden, for your time at this juncture. We
No
will
one
be
wants
talking.
this fucking NPR shit.
Guys.
Me and Branden are the only people on the same page that everything that we've said needs to stay
Yeah,
in.
but at the same time, me and Kay Banks are on the same page.
Yes, most definitely.
The
Because there's
genius page.
No,
The
you guys
genius
are the
page.
less funny ones here.
Excuse me. That is not true.
I'm sorry. I
I'm
couldn't
probably
find the right way to tell you, so I figured I would do it on a podcast.
I'm not going to lie. I'm probably the least funniest one here, but I'm probably one of the smartest.
Rank both funniest and smartest.
What are you smart at?
Smart
really
at?
niche.
What?
When what are you smart at is evidence that you're just dumb. Smart at?
Evidence that I'm dumb because I asked that question?
Correct.
Well, different people are smart at different things. Some people are smart at words. Some people are smart at math. Some people are street smart.
That's
Some people
what I
are
would say to my
doctors.
idiot child. I would be but you're smart at coloring. That's your thing. You're smart at putting your little toothpaste on your toothbrush.
That's what everyone told me as a child, and look where I am now.
You may never be going to college, little one, but you may be able to tinker with little toys, and that's what's important. Anyways,
I did go to college for coloring.
Yeah.
and good for you, Stacey.
Thank
Do you
you.
want to mention your topic?
Oh, yeah, the hat thing that I drew out. The Great Wall of China.
Good
That's a good
topic.
I regret writing
That's a good
that.
one. I wish I had that one.
I wrote all of these topics, by the way, because no one else took the initiative.
I have an idea. I'm an idea person. Thank you.
You gave me the idea, and then I did all the work. So,
And you're welcome.
you know,
What's
thank
your,
you.
What's your topic, K Banks? I'll go last because I'm the illustrious guest.
No, you should go first because you're the guest. Because we're so
Okay.
happy that you're here.
Stacey, take back what you said, and then I'll go first.
What did I say?
The Great Wall of China.
Take it back. Because you have an Asian
I
joke.
take back my topic.
Okay.
Announcing their topic first. Joey Hain. That's your name, right? Joey Hain?
Yeah, my topic is octopus. I'm really unhappy with it.
I'm so sorry.
I'm
That's
gonna
be
work
an
around
uncomfortable
it.
one.
I'm definitely going to work around it. I've heard of some shape-shifting octopus in the South Pacific, so I hope that might rear its head.
You'll figure it out.
That's really good. I'm really happy with my topic. Mine is Obama.
I thought you might like that.
I love it.
I
Thank
wrote
you.
it just for you.
I have a joke about Obama.
I feel like you do because I feel like I've heard it before. Even
I'm
though
a
I never
little
listened to your
ticked
comedy.
because you guys both got slam dunk topics, and I actually have a Great Wall of China's on the tip of my tongue at all times. I'm always trying. You can see it from space. I mean, it's a really good topic. And I have octopus, which is whatever, smartest non-mammal. Who cares?
Mollusk. Anyways. All right.
It's a cephalopod.
Thank
The fact
you.
that
Thank you so much.
The fact that you said it was a mollusk to humiliate me in front of your baby daddy.
I'm sorry. I feel very inferior because you're so smart and you're such a
Whatever.
brilliant comedian.
Is it actually a mollusk? I mean, I
It's-
don't. I
No,
feel
it's
like
a
that's probably
cephalopod.
right.
He's right.
It's
It is a
cephalopod.
cephalopod. And I'm just an
cephalopod.
idiot. I'm very insecure.
Aw.
It's which SpongeBob character is it? It's a cephalopod.
Can I just say something to you right now?
Only on the podcast.
Okay. There is no reason at all for you to be insecure because you are no better or worse than any of us in this room.
Minus me.
I am a little bit better than some of the people in this room.
Which ones?
None.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, you're right. We're all equals here.
Branden talks too much. Joey is too gay.
Wait a second. I think that I talk too much and Brandon's too gay. That's really fucked up that you would switch us. You got us mixed up because we both talk a lot. We're both pretty gay. That is both homophobic and talkophobic.
Yeah, why are you being homophobic, Stacey?
Can I tell you guys why I hate Stacey?
Internalized homophobia.
Oh, do you guys want me to do Stacey's set? Because I feel like we're running out of
Oh,
gas
yeah,
on this
because you
improv.
said that you were going to do that.
I can do Stacey's set. And
Do
here
it,
it goes.
please. I would love to hear that.
Brandon, this is for you because you're the only one who hasn't heard it. Because we actually listen to Stacey's comedy, which is what Stacey doesn't do to us. Okay, Brandon, here you go. Having a name like Stacey, people ask me if my mom's got it going on. And I always tell them my mom tried to slit my throat with a box cutter when I was a baby. And now she's in a mental institution. And yes, she's a very attractive woman. Stacey laughed at her own fucking joke.
It's a great joke.
No class.
That's
no
why I
class.
wrote it.
What's the next? What else? Cheese grater joke?
No, don't do the
That's
cheese grater
way
joke. That's
too
too
long.
much.
I think I can memorize anybody's joke though, and I
Can I do one of
Do you
my
remember
own
any of my
jokes just
jokes?
to match your energy?
Wait, will someone do one of mine? If you know it, because now I feel like we're hero worshiping Stacey. We remember her fucking jokes.
Since you probably have heard something that he's done, will you
You've heard my
repeat
jokes.
his joke?
You don't know them. They're too.
They're very long,
hilarious.
and they're
very long.
no, they're not long. I'm
Oh.
just trying to think of the.
Oh,
I'm trying to
It's
think of the
just
setup.
No,
It's
no,
a
no.
riddle.
Such an interrupter. Go ahead, Stacey Stark.
Yeah, there's a lot of setup.
Something about how,
Go ahead.
you always have cum on your face.
Yeah, that's a funny
yeah, I
one.
do like that one.
I don't know. I fucked that up.
Do you
I
wish I
didn't
would
do a
do
good job
it?
at
Now I
that.
feel like I should just do stand up all night. Should we hard reset soon?
Oh, your face. Because your face isn't a real face if there's cum on it. Because
Yes,
prostitutes
Don't butcher
aren't a
his
real
joke.
job because
Now
of
you're
the
just
cum.
spoiling it for the 9 people. Now you're spoiling it for Branden, the one person who listens to this podcast by force.
I'm just thinking backwards. I did remember your joke, but I remembered it backwards.
Can I do one of your jokes? I'm gonna
Please.
butcher the shit out of it.
Please.
Thank you. I didn't know that you knew I was tall. I really love straws. I really hate straws. I'm sorry. I really am butchering it. I really hate straws. I hate them so much that I went to Walmart and buy all the straws and threw them away.
You just cut right to the feeling right there. Like,
I'm so sorry.
Now I feel like I should do it. Branden thinks I'm not funny because he thinks that my jokes are. I really love straws. I really hate straws. I went to Walmart and threw away all the straws.
Branden knows that you're funny because he's been sitting here with
No,
you just
he
the
thinks
same
I'm
as
a-
we have.
Beautiful, beautiful face, brilliant brain, hot bod, bad sense of humor.
But his dick is so hard for you.
Yeah,
Branden doesn't get to have a mic because he's the editor.
Get Branden's scoop really quick.
No,
what is it?
That's not true. You're doing great. I think you're funny. This whole time I'm just thinking, did you say he opened for Doug Stanhope?
No, that was a different comic.
Can we hard reset?
She told me that for some
We
reason.
need to hard reset.
No,
Basically, the only reason Branden thinks I'm funny is because he thinks women aren't funny, and the only 2 people in the room that are comics besides me are women.
that's not true.
So it's not fair. It's not true. He doesn't
It's
think
not
I'm
true,
funny.
and we're not doing any hard
He is.
resets. By the
He
way.
thinks the women
We're
that he
all out of
sleeps
those.
with is funny.
We're out of hard reset.
Dude, we completely lost the last episode that we tried to record, so we are releasing everything that we have recorded here.
Just in case, though, let's do a quick intro.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Okay, fuck, marry, kill. I'm so happy you're here, Joey. Fuck, marry, kill. Female serial killers. We're gonna go with Eileen Wuornos, Elizabeth Bathory, and Ed Kemper's mom. Even though she's not a serial killer, but she really did fuck up Ed Kemper. So
It's
Your thoughts.
inconsistent. It's
If
an
you-
inconsistent pattern is what we're trying to express.
if
Did
you
you-
want to include Ed Kemper instead of Ed Kemper's mom, I understand.
But he's not a woman.
Yeah.
So do you want the serial killer or do you want the woman? Which pattern?
Obviously, I'm going to go with the dude, but, like, can you re-explain to me who Ed Kemper is? He's different from Ed Gun. Is Ed Kemper the one who was in California and he was really, really big?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I know who that is. Because I have seen the television program Mindhunter.
Great show.
That's the same guy, right?
Yes.
Okay. And the other options are Eileen Wuornos and Elizabeth Bathory.
Yes.
I'm going to marry Elizabeth Bathory right off the jump because she's the only non-poor person that you listed. She's a very rich woman.
I love you so much, Joey. That was a great answer.
I want to lock it down.
That was such a Joey answer.
I think she probably looks like Kathy Bates, or that would be a really excellent
From
casting.
Misery.
Yeah, from anything. Kathy's got a beautiful face. And then I'm going to murder... I guess... this is tough. I guess I'm going to have sex with Ed Kemper because that would not result in my death because I'm totally different from his type.
His MO.
Yeah.
Pure
And
boy.
It would
You
be
have a
kind of...
penis.
It would be interesting. He would be like... Because he was chatty with the characters from Mindhunter. He was like, I did this, I did that. Like, he like, you know, he had the... it's criminal prerogative. He had the need to confess. And he was like, I, you know, killed all these hot... He was the co-ed killer. And he only killed hot bitches. And so if he killed me, it's kind of a major compliment. And if he didn't kill me, I was like, bitch, I'm living. And then,
Dude, that's how I feel every time I fuck anyone.
yeah, for sure. I would kill Eileen Wuornos only because she would probably try to kill me first. I feel like she just would kill any man.
I feel like you would
Or woman.
not be in her MO because you don't seem very threatening. Like, you're a very non-threatening man.
She went to kill, like, dudes.
Yeah,
Period, done.
but like dudes that would sleep with her for money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wouldn't have paid her and she would have been pissed. So how am I going to even have sex with her? Like, it's just a whole disaster. If it's Charlize, I
Ooh,
would
good
marry if it's Lily from American Horror Story. I'm killing the beach. Just
Wait,
kidding.
who's Lily from American Horror Story? Which
What's her
season was
name?
that?
She in Hotel.
I haven't seen
I
that.
need to talk about TV the whole time. She's I forget her name, but her name's Lily something. I'm a little bit.
I don't remember her name, so I can't help you.
I have not seen that season. I've seen The Haunted House. I've seen
Lily Rabe. Lily Rabe.
I haven't seen that one.
She was the little Stevie Nicks lover in Coven.
Oh yeah.
She plays Eileen Warnos in 5 in Hotel. Guys, it is time to do a hard reset.
No, we're not.
We're keeping all of this.
Hi, you guys. Welcome to Where's My Hat? This is a podcast experience hosted by Kay Banks and Stacey Stark, 2 Fort Wayne local comedians. Special guest today is Joey Hain, and the producer of this episode is Branden Eifrid of, what's your, Equip Music. He's like a nice guy. It's fun to be around. Welcome back to the podcast. Last time we were talking about Kill, Marry, Fuck. And
Fuck, Marry,
here's
Kill. What the hell? Who has ever said it like that?
geniuses.
Joey
have-
Hines.
You have
Geniuses.
Geniuses.
you.
And serial killers.
What should we talk about today? Because it is, in fact, a new day. It's 8 a.m. here in San Francisco.
Even though we're Fort Wayne locals. So fuck, marry, kill. It's your turn, Stacey Stark.
Oh yeah, we're still doing that. I need to answer, and then she needs to answer.
I'm Kay Banks, by the way. In case
Welcome
you're going to
back.
say not Kay Banks. You're going to say some other name.
Kristen Stewart, which has already been established in the first
I know
episode, so who cares?
I know I look so attractive that you think I'm Kristen Stewart, but let's be honest. It's really Kay Banks, and I appreciate the compliment.
Can I maybe just like for a second tell the story of how I found out your real name?
No.
Because it was enjoyable for me.
If you must.
I was standing outside of the bathroom at an open mic, and I was cleaning off the rim of my beer can because I do that because I have OCD. And then you, I think, probably needed to use the restroom.
I did, and you're in the way.
Yeah. And then, like, we started talking, and I was like, what is your name? And you were like, Kay Banks. And I was like, that took you a minute.
It did take me a minute.
And you were like, yeah, because my real name
It's Stacey Stark.
is Kristen Stewart. And I was like, well, then that makes sense that you wouldn't want to tell anyone that ever, especially if you're trying to be a comedian.
I'm so glad we're talking about it on a podcast.
I just wanted
Anyways.
everyone to know that that's how that happened.
Okay, I'll go now. The first time that I found out your name was Kristen Stewart was basically they were announcing you to go up on stage, and they were like, Kristen Stewart, and I was like, this asshole, like I'm gonna put my name as like Robert De Niro. Like, this is so fucking hilarious. Kristen Stewart, come to the stage. And then, sure enough, your name was Kristen Stewart at that time.
Yeah, because I was not that funny. That was my very first time on stage. And you could tell, like, yeah, I definitely used my real name because this idiot shouldn't be on stage right now. So I get that. So thank you. I got booed my first time. Did you guys get booed on your first time?
No.
They loved me.
They love me.
I hate both of you.
But I think you're a good comedian. And also, I think that you're a funny person more so.
What
which
did
is
you
why
get
I'm
booed
doing
for?
a podcast with you.
It was because I was saying, like, it's crazy how comedy is an art form when it's really not an art form.
What the fuck?
It was my first time on stage.
Why would you say something like that?
Because I only used 2 minutes and I had another 3 minutes to use. So I didn't know what else to say. So I just wanted to say something that I thought would be funny, and it wasn't funny. Please don't be offended. It was my first time on stage.
Do you still feel that way?
Absolutely. No, I don't.
Comedy
feel that.
is not an art form.
It is a beautiful art form. It's just funny that, like, I could fart on stage and it's considered an art form.
You guys, I'm
That's
not going to
just
have
because
a
you love Maria
conversation.
Bamford so much.
I do love Maria Bamford. Please go on, Joey.
I will not have a conversation about what is art here on the Where's My Hat podcast, and that's why we're going to do a hard reset.
Oh. Okay, on to the next topic.
We never did my fuck, marry, kill or yours fuck, marry, kill.
Well, let's just 1 second here. I just wanted to bring up the fact that you mentioned it. I had a professor in college. I went to art college, by the way.
Ooh,
Where at?
fancy.
And he had a sign on his door that said, "Is this real art or did you make it?"
That's pretty funny.
It's hilarious.
I just wanted to let you guys know. Fuck, marry, kill?
Yeah, you go first.
Eileen Wuornos, Elizabeth Bathory, or Ed Kemper, or Ed Kemper's mom?
Yes.
I'm going to go with Ed Kemper's mom because I'm going with the women thing because I'm a lesbian.
All right.
Wait, let's talk a little bit more about Ed Kemper's mom before you really get into your choice.
I feel like you know the most. Or you might know some too because I don't know anything.
I believe Ed Kemper's mom was like seeing some guy and she was like, "Ed, you fucking tall asshole. Like, I hate you. You're my son." He was like living with her and he killed her before he killed anybody else.
She was the last one.
Oh, okay. He killed her after he killed everybody else.
According to his confession, from what I remember, he killed her last, but he killed all these other women in fantasizing killing his mom.
Right. And she was definitely like, she was kind of jerky.
A little bit, yeah. Like,
So-
she kept him in a basement and like told him that he's never good enough and all that wonderful stuff. Anyways,
Go right ahead. Ed Kemper's mom, Elizabeth Bathory, and Eileen Wuornos. Very distinct personalities here.
Can I just say something for a second here that I just like remembered?
Mm-hmm.
sure.
Is it that I have a joke about Eileen Wuornos and you want to hear it on the podcast?
Not related.
Dang it.
No, the thing about how he killed his mom last. So I just broke up with my girlfriend.
You're not going to kill her.
No, I'm not. But what I'm saying is when I first met her, she told me about how her neighbor was, a woman. And then her son just like came in and murdered her
Oh my gosh.
and then fucked her skull.
Just like Ed Kemper?
Exactly like that.
Oh my
I just remembered that right
God.
now.
I'm so happy that he has a hero.
That was like
Anyways.
one of the first things we talked about, and I just remembered that right now.
What?
It's terrible.
Yeah.
So who would you fuck, marry, and kill, Stacey?
And before
right.
you answer that, we're going to hard reset here on the podcast. Welcome back to the Where's Your Hat podcast.
Where's your hat?
Stacey, fuck, marry, kill. Ed Kemper's mom, Elizabeth Bathory, Eileen Wuornos.
I'm going to kill Elizabeth Bathory
Why?
because, like how I said on our other episode that we lost to the ether, I don't know what that word means, but I feel
Stacey
like it's the
Stark
right word.
did quotations in air. Anyways,
I did use my hand.
she's really drunk.
Elizabeth Bathory, she would one of the many ways that she would kill people was by stuffing them alive inside of a dead horse and then sewing up the dead horse. And so then the person would die buried alive inside of a dead horse.
So fucking hot.
Like, who would kill a horse? That's fucked up. Horses are beautiful creatures.
There it is.
So I would kill Elizabeth Bathory for that reason. I am so drunk right now.
And marry? Who would you marry?
I would marry Eileen Wuornos
And why?
Florida
because she
girl.
what?
Florida girl.
Is she from Florida?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I feel like she's never known real love. She doesn't know how to trust people. She needs someone to show her how to be loved and who she can trust. And I am the exact right person for that.
Selfish.
I know that I'm a good person and I'm a good example of how people should be treated. But then also I would have to fuck who was the other one? Oh,
Ed Kemper's mom.
Ed Kemper's mom. Yeah, I have to fuck Ed Kemper's mom because I don't know that person, but like, who even knows who they fuck most of the time, right? I think that's a pretty good paraphrase of what I said on our last episode. So,
Sorry
And,
for
like-
calling you selfish, by the way. That was not. called
why
for.
did you call me selfish?
I don't know. I think I'm sorry
Because
about
I
that.
think I'm like a good example of showing how to be loved. I don't think that that's selfish. I think that that's something that I've been like training for since I was a child because I thought that was what I was supposed to do.
Yeah,
That's
but
fair.
there's like a God complex and like I can fix them.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
definitely. You're right. I'm sorry. I was all wrong with what I said. I do have a God complex.
Yeah,
I'm perfect. I'm the best thing for anybody.
including Eileen. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can see that.
Yep.
You thinking that?
Except my ex-girlfriend that I just broke up with, which was really
Oh.
sad.
Laura, if you're listening,
And we know that you are.
I'm sorry.
stop. This is gonna be cut.
It was
We're
so
gonna hard
sad.
reset it this time.
So who I would marry, fucking kill.
Wait, what's the right order? I say fuck, marry, kill.
That's the right
That's
order.
right. And you said marry, fuck, kill, but I was in trouble earlier for what?
I think you said marry, fuck, kill, or marry, kill, fuck, or something like that. But you said it out of order, and I was like, who
It was-
does that?
But it was cute.
I did. I
It
liked
was
it.
pretty cute.
I liked it coming from you.
Yeah. Go right ahead. Then I need to talk about something really boring. go.
So who I'd fuck, marry, kill is going to be super boring and, not important.
Oh yeah, nobody asked you.
That's true. Nobody did because nobody
I was
cares.
like, okay, this is for the at-home audience. Like, if this was a video podcast, you would have seen me like raising my eyebrows at Kay Banks. Like, it's your turn, honey. Like, go ahead. Like, you get to hit the little ball off the tee now. Okay. Kay Banks, at this time we will be hard resetting, and we're going to start with you and cut the other two fuck, marry, kills. Welcome back to the What's My Hat podcast. This is Kay Banks telling us what our fuck, marry, kill is between Elizabeth Bathory, Eileen Wuornos, and the illustrious Ed Kemper's mom.
So I'm the newest comic out of all of us by a lot, and you can tell because these people are professionals and don't give a fuck about what I have to say. Anyways,
Aw.
fuck, marry,
You're
kill.
accurate.
Fuck, marry, kill. I would fuck, without a doubt, Elizabeth Bathory. Why wouldn't I? That lady
I'm
was...
so worried about you.
Why?
Because I know that because when we recorded and then we lost it before, you said that before, but it just like registered with me like, what is wrong with you?
Can I at least say it before you tell
This
me
is
what's
like
wrong with
the
me?
worst person who ever lived, and you're not gonna kill them
No,
I
she'd be
disagree.
amazing in the sack.
Disagree with everything you just said.
with
What-
me.
Yeah, why is
Wait,
she the
who did you
worst?
kill?
I killed Ed's mom, I think, just because it's like that's what he would have wanted.
That's true.
Well, he did do that, so
Yeah.
I don't know if that's actually true, but
Did I have sex with Eileen? Because she would have. No, she would have killed me. I killed Eileen because she would have gotten me if I married her or killed her. Or sorry, if I married her or had sex with her. I fucked Ed's mom because I was like, whatever, a skull's a skull.
that's what I did.
Um,
Exactly.
But
You married Eileen Wuornos.
I
No,
married
he-
Bathory
yeah.
because she's a very rich woman.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
She
Right.
owns a bathtub.
Last time that we talked, you married Eileen Wuornos.
yeah. And if you waited long enough, I would give you that answer.
Wait, did you just say that you fucked Elizabeth Bathory?
I would fuck Elizabeth Bathory.
Okay.
hmm
Same answer as last time. I forgot.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
pretty
sorry.
consistent. I try to be consistent.
Okay.
So I would fuck Elizabeth Bathory, hands down, without a doubt, because that bitch is crazy. So she'd be amazing in the sack.
I disagree.
Absolutely. I mean, she'd
Have
probably
you actually ever fucked a crazy person?
Ugh,
many times.
for sure.
Brandon doesn't count.
Having sex with a crazy person's like a lot of work because I had this boyfriend. I'm not gonna say his name, but like he was definitely nutty and like basically whatever. We did whatever we did. But like he then would text me like, I'm going to kill myself.
Yeah, the after effect is always the worst.
The aftermath sucks because he was like, I'm going to kill myself and I want the ashes to be like hard pressed into diamonds and you're going to get one of the diamonds. I was like, I don't want it. Let your mom have that. And he was also like, I cry every time I watch this episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Which episode?
It was somebody died in it and it came out. There was an episode of Buffy where someone dies.
Angel, Buffy's mom.
No. Oh, it was Buffy's mom because...
Okay.
Does she die in the show?
Episode. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So when Buffy's mom died, that episode came out the same day that his grandma died. And like, I can see that like affected him, whatever.
Definitely.
But he put that on me because he was like, oh, let's watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It's one of my favorite shows. Here's one of my favorite episodes. Buffy's mom died. He cried. He was like, the reason I'm crying is because this episode came out the same day my grandma died. I was like, this is one of your favorite episodes?
I don't think favorite is the right one.
Then he wanted to hard press his ashes into a diamond for me. And like, I don't know if he lost my address, but I don't have said diamond.
Did he die?
No.
Well, then don't have
You
it
say it so
yet.
disappointingly.
If he did die, would it be a good podcast episode and we wouldn't have to hard reset?
Just let me know when that happens and we'll have you back.
If he died and still sent me a diamond, I dated him when he was 16. That was 9 years ago. And like, if he did like hard press his diamond ashes and send them to me and I got one, I would wear that diamond every single day. And I would be like, yeah, this is him. Like, basically, there's a funny story about Buffy the Vampire Slayer nestled in this little diamond right here. Long story short.
Hey, Kristen. Stewart. I feel like I said something about Buffy the Vampire Slayer earlier.
You must have.
Today.
You talk about Buffy the Vampire Slayer a lot.
I did, but I said this. Oh, I remember what it was. I just watched The Woman King in theaters.
Starring Sarah Michelle Gellar.
No, it wasn't. It was basically like it gave me like the same feelings as Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which is basically just that I need to work out so that I know how to protect myself.
Yeah, that's,
because it was
okay.
but it was like about
Viola Davis is like, she's in there.
Is she?
She's the main one. She's like a warrior queen, and she's like
she's the woman king.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do an impression. Obviously not.
I don't remember the credits of it, but it definitely had like Buffy vibes. They all had like really cool outfits. They were all like stripy and colorful.
Yeah.
And then they were all like, we're gonna go fight and it's gonna be painful.
Mm-hmm.
But we're badasses, so we're gonna do it anyway. Just like Buffy. You know what I mean?
Welcome back to the Buffy the Vampire Slayer Parallels in Modern Film podcast. This is your host, Joey Hain. I'm joined here today by Stacey Stark and Kay Banks, two local Buffy stans. We're talking about the new movie, Woman King, starring Viola Davis. Only one of us has seen it, and we're going to see where it goes.
What do you think?
About what?
About the movie that I saw yesterday.
Oh, it was great from what I've read about it.
From what I told you?
From exactly what you told me.
Yeah.
I felt like it would be a great rom-com.
That's what you said, and I put like the laughing face because I was like, that's definitely not what it was.
Okay. Eat, Pray, Love, Ed Kemper's mom, Eileen Wuornos, and Julia Stiles from 10 Things I Hate About You.
What
I
are we
love a
doing
Julia
to this?
Stiles.
I do.
Durr. Durr.
I would marry Julia Stiles.
Hey.
Hands down.
The other day, Wednesday, me and Joey totally talked about 10 Things I Hate About You when you like went inside and disappeared to be by yourself forever.
It's a little inside.
So you
It's a
could have
little
like
inside.
you could have been there, but you weren't.
Maybe I needed to de-stress. Did you think about that?
Yeah,
From
welcome
what?
back. Welcome back to the Where's My Hat 10 Things I Hate About You recap podcast. We're recapping all things 10 Things I Hate About You, including the 1998 movie and the 2006 sitcom on CW.
I am so upset that they canceled that. I watched every single episode. I was on the edge of my seat. I was like, come on, Mose. Good for you.
I was
for
gonna
getting
say,
that dick.
What do you think about Mose from Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide as Julia Stiles? Does it make sense?
It does to me.
Okay, and this is where I dissent heartily from the lesbian community. Basically,
Oh, no.
Julia Stiles, though she is like kind of a queer-coded character as Kat.
Because she's so beautiful, and anyone who's a lesbian would be like,
Well,
I
And
want
she's
that.
really
Kat-
artistic.
Kat is just a
That too.
queer-coded character because she's like, she wants to have kinky sex, but she definitely loves like Shakespeare. But like,
And she's a feminist, and she won't take no shit.
yeah, in the 90s.
How do you feel about her in Save the Last Dance?
Never seen it. I only watch really good movies.
I saw that
so-
once when I was a very
don't
small
watch shitty
child because my older
movies.
sister made me watch it, but I enjoyed it. It stuck with me.
You didn't get mad that she made out with another man?
Another man.
Yeah, other than Heath Ledger?
Well, because at that point when I saw that movie, I didn't know about 10 Things I Hate About You because I was a small child.
That was like the first movie I ever saw. I was born and they were like, hey, we're showing 10 Things I Hate About You in the next room. Do you guys, does your baby want to crawl over here and watch it?
You
The-
couldn't crawl.
The first movies I remember are Waterboy.
Good one.
It is a good one. And The Sandlot. Those were like my first two. I don't know which one came first, but those were like tied.
Those are both really good. Basically, what I'm saying here is that I don't think Mose is a good Katarina Stratford. And here's why. She basically, you have to be able to conceive Kat as once being Bianca. And that Kat could have never been that Bianca. Meanwhile,
Yes.
in the film,
I made
that
a really good
Julia
chili, by the way.
Stiles Kat could have been that Bianca.
That makes perfect sense, actually.
Thank you.
I love your brain.
Yeah, I'm basically an expert on 10 Things I Hate About You, and like we could talk about it literally all day. And this is why this is the 10 Things I Hate About You podcast. 10 Things I Hate About Podcasting is what it's called.
Can I say I
Welcome
love
to the hate. 10 Things I Hate About Podcasting.
I love Julia Stiles in the movie.
Yeah.
And I loved the guy who played Heath Ledger. I cannot remember his name now, but he was
His-
in the 100.
The guy that played Heath Ledger,
Like the guy that played Heath Ledger's character in the sitcom. What was his name?
I don't know because that sitcom devolved into just like Secret Life of the American Teenager Part 2. So
But
I
but
didn't watch
he
the
was
rest of it.
but he was so beautiful. What happened to him?
I don't know, but I would rather talk about the 98 movie. Like, you're
I'm
kind
just
of cramping
saying,
my style.
If he had, like, maybe had more of an impact on my life, then I might not be a lesbian right now.
Yeah, he was definitely hot. There's an episode I really distinctly remember from it. The cat character and the Patrick character.
When she hit the car and the oil fell on his stomach.
Why did you try to predict that? No. Like,
That's just the thing that I always remember because he's so mad. And I'm like, I love that you're upset right now.
what I remember is when they went, they were like, we're going to be exclusive. Let's go to the clinic. We'll get an STD test.
Oh, yeah, I remember that too. I always
Yeah.
felt like that was so weird as teenagers. Because, like, who as a teenager is, like, fucking that much that they're worried about STDs? I didn't fuck
Yeah.
anyone when I was a teenager.
Literally, when I was a teenager, I was like, if I get syphilis, I get syphilis, you know? And I did.
You had syphilis as a teenager?
No.
I didn't think so.
I hope not. I really hope not
Where
for my,
did you grow
my
up?
partners. Around this area, northeast Indiana.
Were there other gay boys in your school?
There were. I went to Adams Central High School in Monroe, Indiana. That's like south of Decatur. Decatur, south of Fort Wayne.
Did you do it on any of them?
I didn't. Not until I went. So this is a complicated backstory that's extremely boring, and that's why I'm going to call for a hard reset after I say
No,
this. But
I love this personal conversation we're having.
when
Please continue.
guys, this is really stupid. But when I was going into high school from 8th grade, I went to a K-8 school first.
A
And
what
it was a
school?
Catholic school. It was kindergarten through 8th grade.
Oh, okay.
And so when you're in 8th grade, you know, you usually go to the major high school in Decatur, which is Belmont. But there's a school in Monroe, which is a better school called Adams Central. And so my parents made us go to Adams Central. There's a little bit of backstory on that, but I'm not going to unpack that right now about why I needed to go to Adams Central.
Please unpack
Did
that.
something
Could
happen to
please?
you?
Well, my parents did not have money when I was growing up, but I went to a private school.
Mm-hmm.
And so oftentimes they would be like, hey, like, you can't afford to go to the school. And then they would be like, yeah, like, you guys need to, like, definitely pay up. And my parents were like, yeah, we're just going to transfer them.
But you as children, you didn't like decide you were going to go to this private Catholic school.
Yeah, but as children, we were privy to all of the, like, financial, like, back and forth of, like, are we not gonna? And so my parents were like, you know what? Adams Central is a K through 12 school. So you guys are going to go to Adams Central. You know, it's my like 5th grade year. And my parents are like, you guys are going to go to Adams Central. Well, my oldest sister, she was about to go into high school. And my parents were like, yeah, like Adams Central is a really good school. It's like better than Belmont. So then after this Catholic school was like, just kidding, you guys don't have to pay to go here, because we were really good students. My sister ended up going to Adams Central. So that's why I ended up going to Adams Central.
Did you
That's
go
the boring backstory.
Did you go to college?
I did.
Where'd you go for?
Well, I haven't even finished my high school journey
Sorry.
yet. After I went to Adams Central for 2 years, I went to a different school. It was a junior-senior school. It's an early college school in Muncie, Indiana. It's called the Indiana Academy for Science, Mathematics, and Humanities. It's part of Ball State's Teachers College, funding-wise. And so it's an early college school. So I went to school. It was a boarding school. And to answer Stacey's question earlier, I did have sex with gay boys that did go to that school. Like, that's a fact. So long story short, yes, Stacey, thank you for that question. I'd like to thank the judges for picking me, my parents who I love. I love you, Houston.
How exciting.
Yeah, we're going to hard reset it this time. I told you that would be boring, and it was. But I also, like, it was a can of worms.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. I didn't pay attention through any of it, so it's
Thank
fine.
you.
I try.
I used to have sex, and
I did too once upon a time.
Branden knows this about Ball State. There's the music building where you can there's just like rooms there that you can lock. And that's a great place to have sex.
Branden, did you have
Sure.
sex in the practice rooms?
Oh, he definitely had sex in the practice rooms. They did like oral stuff at least. And we would have sex in the practice rooms at Ball State, and there was a bush. Do you know the Beneficence statue? It's the angel that's like going like this. There's those bushes right behind there. They're hollow. So, long story short, we had sex there too. And the art museum, David Owsley Art Museum. It's a really good art museum. The elevator also, you can put like, don't open the doors in the elevator. And
Did you do that too,
you can't
Branden?
have sex in there.
You
Yeah.
didn't go in the art museum?
He's ignorant.
He doesn't like culture. 08.
That was a good time to go to Ball State, though. Were you guys like pretty jazzed about Obama? It was 08.
I mean, yeah, I think people
You guys
pretty
cared.
much, excited to not have, to
Bush.
have a left-wing president. Yeah, did not have Bush anymore.
Yeah, but
No one likes Bush.
Obama was also just so charismatic. I mean, like, he's just hot, period. I know now, like, as an adult, that, like, he's totally, like, part of the establishment, and it's just, like, whatever. It's all, like, pretty much similar, and, like, we just need, like, a total, like, reversal of fortune, but, like, he is hot.
Are we talking about Obama?
I don't really get political either. It's always like, whoever's in charge, it doesn't even matter really.
Whoever is in charge is a fucking cop. Period.
They're just like the child on the milk carton. But we're talking about
Yeah.
Obama?
Yeah, you're hard pivoting right now.
No, I have feelings.
We don't want to hear it.
So Obama was one of the chosen ones who, like, teleported to Mars and shit as a child, and his real name is, like, Barry Soren or something like that.
I'm not gonna accept this.
That's fine. I'm gonna go back to doing what I was doing.
What was that? Okay, this is the Branden Joey podcast. Welcome back. Oh, okay.
Here, let me introduce for a hard reset to the Branden and Joey podcast. This is Branden and Joey.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Here's My Hat podcast. It was right there all along. I can't believe I misplaced it. This is Branden and Joey. You don't need to know about our last names. They're pretty elusive pronunciation-wise. Yeah, this is Joey, one of your hosts. Here's Branden, another one of your hosts. Go ahead and
Yeah,
sign
we both
in.
have like very German last names too, so
I don't
people
even
get
wanna-
the wrong idea.
What if, but... Yeah, I mean, I
Joey,
don't
could
even
you
wanna
please
unpack that.
explain your super German name?
No, I refuse.
Why?
Can we get Brandon's explanation on his last name? It's a mystery to me.
He doesn't know about his last name.
I'm just switching mics over here.
Oh, okay.
We've got
Hey, Branden.
Stacy's in there making herself a little beverage.
I hear
So
like a
I'm
low
taking over
hum.
for a minute here.
There's like a low hum going on over there.
Low
You guys
hum.
picking up that frequency?
Oh,
No.
I hope not.
It's driving me a little bit crazy. And I'm going to murder you guys. 2.5.
So go on with your serial killer joke, Joey.
You guys want to hear my set?
Yeah, because no one else can do it.
Stacy's not here right now, so I'm just going to quickly tell Brandon. And
really have something to say, I'll come.
I don't
Yeah,
know
let's
if,
hear it. Go for it.
I
Yeah,
don't know
might
if
as well.
this sounds misogynistic, but like
It does.
anytime I say anything, I'm like looking at Brandon for approval. That is like a
No, it's
really-
That's
because
fucked up.
I'm producing the thing, so
maybe so. I think it's a darkness within me.
maybe. It's
I think
okay.
it's just inherent. What do
I
you
don't
mean
wanna
about the
do it.
tequila?
I don't want to do it.
Oh, that's a good question. We had shots.
You guys, this has really gone off the rails. I
Yeah.
wish we could refocus. I don't know a way to do that. Let's start from the very beginning.
So
I liked
fuck,
your
marry, kill.
introduction in the your introduction earlier was really good, by the way.
Just what?
When you hard reset like
The
one of the
15th time.
times, I know we did it a lot of times. Most of them are jokes, I think. I'm probably
Nope.
gonna leave a lot of stuff in.
Not a joke.
I'm not a joke. Well, I'm probably gonna.
Which hard reset was really funny.
This started
though.
by
I mean,
two
you
women
did a
and
good
it ended with
introduction.
2 men.
What was the good
So-
intro?
You said it was when you introduced everybody and did the thing.
Yeah, just in terms of like it was like a nice sound. Like it wasn't funny, but it was like oh
No,
yeah,
it was like
this
a
is
good.
right.
I was like, I'm probably gonna start here, but there was stuff before that I kind of want to keep in. But, you
Okay.
know,
You're gonna keep
Anyway.
every single minute in.
I might. It's. I mean, we've been going for a while now.
Yeah, can someone ask
don't
me
care.
a very interesting question that's really gonna crack this case wide open real quick?
Which case?
Any?
Did you start comedy for an actual reason, or did you just decide one day like that looks like something I want to do? Like, have you always been a comedy fan?
Yeah, I've been into comedy. Do you want to hear about like why I care?
Everything, yeah.
Yeah. Your story, I guess. Of
Your
how
story
you-
as to how you became a comedian.
Yes.
You guys, this is sweet to me, but like maybe boring. But,
No.
No, it won't be.
when I was a
There
kid,
is some child out here that needs to hear it.
when I was a kid, there was a show on NBC called Last Comic Standing.
Yeah.
And I remember one of the early seasons of that, they would have special comedian guest judges oftentimes on the episodes. There was an episode when I was a child. I was probably like 9 years old. And I was older than that if I was really understanding this specific sense of humor. But Kathy Griffin was a guest judge on one of the episodes. And
I love Kathy Griffin.
I will never forget. There was a joke that she did because I would just watch it because my dad would watch it. And I was like, I don't really get this. I'm like rooting for people based on the way they look. But there was Kathy Griffin was a guest judge on one of the episodes. So she did like 15 minutes or something on like one of the episodes at the end or at the beginning. It was like the semifinals or something. And she was like, said she had a joke at the end of her set about how when she has sex with one of the people in the audience tonight that her boobs are going to be in her armpits where they belong when she's laying down in bed because she's never had any work done on her chest. Like she's got her face worked on. She's never gotten a boob job. And when I have sex with one of you tonight, my boobs are going to be right in my armpits where they belong. And I thought that was so funny. It clicked for me when I was like 12 years old.
Because you had very large boobies that fit it right inside your tits.
I just thought it was funny. Not to totally dismiss what you just said, but like, I just thought it was really, really funny. And so I saw her comedy out on YouTube and I watched, she had, it was during the time when she was doing a special on Bravo, like, at least once a year. So I remember I watched, Whore on Crutches, Tired Hooker, like specials like that.
Those all sound like you.
And she would tell jokes about the Real Housewives. And I'd never seen Real Housewives and I still laughed. I still thought it was funny. I've seen Real Housewives now and I'll see scenes where I'm like, that's what she was talking about. And it still made me laugh as a kid. And I always thought she was so funny. And I was just like, this is the most special thing you can be. And then from from Kathy Griffin's stand-up, there would be related videos and it was Sarah Silverman. And I remember the first Sarah Silverman clip I saw was Lesbian Niece. And it was a clip from her Jesus is Magic special when she talks about how her niece recently came out as a lesbian and my sister actually grounded her for it. Which is so fucked up. No pussy for a week.
Thank you for telling me that because I forgot.
When you're 11, a week is a long time. Like that was the joke. And I was like, this is hilarious. So the first comedy I ever watched, it was Kathy and then Sarah Silverman. And to this day, they're two of my favorite comics. And
who's
really
your top
them.
3?
My top 3 is probably Sarah is number 1. And I think people who see my comedy often maybe could see that.
Mm-hmm.
And Kathy, because it's like, yeah, it's not necessarily, well, I'm not even going to dress it down. She's one of the greatest. She's hilarious. And then for number 3, it's hard to say. I like a lot of comics. It's mostly women that I would put in that spot. But like, I love like Wanda Sykes.
She's amazing.
And
you are
Angela
such a black
Johnson.
woman.
Huh?
You are a black lesbian woman if you are anything.
Really?
Yeah.
I love Wanda Sykes and Angela Johnson and Chelsea Peretti, and I like Ezra Pavitsky a lot. So that's who kind of is occupying my 3rd spot right now. But that's why, and so I would watch their comedy. I really liked it. When I was in high school, there would be open mics at the residential school I went to, the boarding school.
What was the boarding school you went to?
It was Indiana Academy for Science, Mathematics, and Humanities.
Oh, that's right.
And I don't know, I kind of had a reputation there for being funny and I appreciated that. And I had a friend named Eli who said, you should do stand up.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like 17 and I was like, oh my gosh, I should.
So when did you start? Sorry.
I would host shows sometimes in high school. And in my mind, that was stand up. And there are some jokes from then that I've thought about doing now that I don't even touch it because I'm like, I don't know. Like, to me, it's like, that doesn't work. And I remember there was this show that I hosted. It was that we would do a lip sync show every year. And I was hosting it and I was going to do stand up in between this lip sync / talent show where some people sang and danced or whatever. And there were jokes that I had written in there. And I was like, you guys want to hear my jokes? Seriously? When we were doing the tech run, the dress rehearsal, and I did them, and they were like not laughing out loud at these jokes. And I was like, this is weird. And it was weird because it was easy to make, in your day-to-day life, it's pretty easy to make people laugh. Like you can get a laugh out of anybody. But then when I'm like sitting on stage with a microphone, it's like there's this wall up for them that they just don't want to give it to me or something. I'm like, these are funny. Like I can tell. And which like they weren't. I don't do them. I don't do those jokes anymore, but whatever.
Can you tell one of those jokes?
I will in a minute. But and then then I was like, I need to workshop these jokes. So I workshopped them with my friend Jordan in the basement of our little dorm.
Can you explain what workshopping is?
I told her the jokes and I was like, what the heck? She was like, I think it's funny. She kind of like talked like that. She was like, I think it's funny, but like, I'm not laughing out loud because there's not an audience. And I was like, you're a fucking genius. And so I did the jokes again that night when I hosted it, and they did get a laugh. There was an audience and they did get a laugh. But some of the jokes were like, I can't even remember. There was one that was something like, and it's like weak, but it was like, it's spring, love is in the air, you're shaving in places your parents never told you to shave. Mm-hmm. And that was like a laugh line. And you know what? That'll really get some 16-year-olds going.
Can I interrupt all of this for a second?
Yeah, I have a question, but go ahead.
Okay, we'll wait for your question. I just thought of this, and I was going to bring this up before. Okay, so I live with 2 children. One is, I think, 11 and 10. I think that's about their ages. And so they're about to get, like, the puberty talks in school. And today, the little girl that I live with was so upset because she did not want to have to go through with hearing the talk from professionals.
Right.
And I came and, like, sat down with like her and my roommate Lynette, and I was like, let's talk about this. But then like, I almost said her name, but I will not. But she like started to get like really freaked out and like choked up, and like she was trying to explain herself. And I was like, should I leave? And then my roommate was like, yeah, I think so. Which is unfortunate because I have so much to offer because I'm a human and I've been through puberty.
It is important to have diversity in your puberty because some people have hair in different places that people don't understand. Mm-hmm. And like my sister, for example, she started getting hair. Sorry to my sister. My name is Kay Banks, by the way. But she started getting hair in weird places by the time she was 8 years old.
Which places?
Like armpit hair and pubic hair at 8.
Yeah.
And so she didn't understand. And my parents, they're not religious, but they're super conservative. Like they don't like talking about these type of things. And so I had to be like, dear sister, here's what happens. And this is what happens when you grow up. This is what's going to happen during these times. And it's just part of the process. So I totally get it. And I feel like everybody needs to talk about it. Because sometimes you get weird hairs on your face. Mm-hmm. When you're a woman, you can get hairs on your chest. And that's confusing.
Do you have a lot of chest hair?
I mean, not on the podcast, I know.
That's a good answer.
So to change the subject from puberty. Okay. Stacey, yes. What made you decide to do comedy?
Yes, I did want to talk about this more than my pubic hair.
I mean, if you want to talk about your pubic hair, we can go down that road.
I'll just say that first. When I was, I think it was like in like 4th grade, this girl, Alex Nyron, she was my frenemy. Like she was such a bitch to me, but like I felt that like connection with her, you know what I mean? Because it was like she was always so focused on me.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Haters are your motivators, yeah.
Yeah, like she was my frenemy. She was obsessed with me.
Good for you.
Thank you. And one time we went to the swimming pool, and when we were in the locking room, the locker room, I'm so drunk. When we were in 4th grade, she pointed out that I had hair on my nether regions, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I looked down and I saw it, and I was like, I did not know that was there.
Oh, so that's what made you decide to go into comedy?
That's how I learned that I had pubic hair.
Oh.
And then I never got rid of it. I'm just kidding. No, it grows. Anyway. How did I decide to become a comedian? Was that your question? Okay. Sarah Silverman.
I heard yeah.
Yeah. Because like when you were talking about her, I was like, I have so much to say about this.
Yeah.
When
She's
I
my
was
favorite.
when I was like a freshman in high school, she is the person who really made me feel like, oh, this is what stand-up is.
Yeah, me too.
And this is what a comedian is. And this is what a hot Jew is.
Yeah. Well, it's like the character and the like, there's a joke. It's like not extemporaneous in any way.
Which joke?
It's a script. No, not a specific joke, but like the context of a joke or like the anatomy of a joke is like, there's no extemporaneous element. Like, there's nothing improvisational about this. It is a script and a character.
Mm-hmm.
This is a satirical, act on stage. That's what I that's what I believe that my comedy is.
That's why it's so hard for me to tell stories about my personal life. Because, like, I could tell a joke easily about something that I wrote because I can embellish the shit out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But when I tell a story that's actually happening, I stutter through the entire time because it's really funny. Like the joke, the story in itself is hilarious in my mind. But because like it's something that's real and then it's happened, I can't get through it with like an even keel flow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That takes practice.
Right. To listeners at home, I am an idiot on the stage, and it's hilarious to watch.
But you've done
come see me.
stand-up like, what, 5 times?
Yeah, fair enough. Anyways, so what happened to you during your puberty time?
Joey?
Who, Joey?
Mr.
Yeah.
Joey.
Did you get your period?
Did you have stretch marks? Since you're so tall, I have to ask, do you have, like...
I do have stretch marks from getting tall. They're on my lower back. They're horizontal.
Can I see them?
Yeah, I'll show you.
My hymen broke from riding a horse.
My hymen broke from sex.
I'm a lesbian. So.
You do. They're gorgeous.
Yeah, they're on my spine from getting too tall too fast.
It happens. I have stretch marks everywhere else just from being fat. So
Work.
I
Yeah.
haven't investigated whether or not I have stretch marks, but I can get naked if you want me to.
I was pregnant once, so I look like a deflated balloon. Like there's just stretch marks all over the place.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
That makes sense.
Anyways,
Don't feel bad about it. That's just what it is.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyways, so was puberty awkward for you?
It's hard to say. I think I was probably a late bloomer, but I just don't know because like it's hard for me to market. I don't know. Branden, can you relate to this? Like, do you feel like you can mark a time in your childhood when you hit puberty or when you ended? Like, we don't have a period.
No, it's kind of like a gradual
It
thing,
was-
I guess kind of like 5th, 6th grade for me. So like 12, 13. But then, yeah, there's people that it's like happens earlier
Or
and
later.
and it's like gradual.
My voice,
It's like little things.
I don't think my voice really dropped, but like I only had like female role models. You know what I mean? Like it's like, so it's like you probably know when your voice dropped, right?
Can I?
Yeah, it starts like cracking a lot and stuff like that.
Mine didn't do that. Like my voice didn't start cracking or anything. Like I don't know. Like I just don't think my voice dropped. But I just talk like this.
You never became a man.
Well,
Gross.
I think you're just like a tenor.
Can I ask?
Some people have
Right, I'm a
like-
tenor.
you know what
That's
I mean?
what we call them. That's
Yeah,
what we call
I
them.
mean, no,
I
like-
love tenors.
Not everybody has a deep voice.
What about?
Yeah, I know. And so it's like, is it hard for me to market? Like at the same
Fucking
time,
men.
I'm not like a masculine man in any way. Like, like
Just misogynist.
I'm tall, but like I was going through growth spurts or whatever throughout my life, as human beings do. There was a point where I stopped growing, but I don't know when that was.
He's just answering the question.
I know. I do have a question though.
Oh, what's that?
So
I'm going to give the mic up to Stacey again. Sorry.
When did you, both of you gentlemen, start having involuntary erections?
That's a great question. I'm not sure.
That's tough too. Yeah.
It's
like, yeah, I don't know.
Can I
no
just
one
say
knows,
this?
by the way. No
I
one knows.
feel personally like I've been having involuntary erections like ever since I was 12 years old.
Me too. Like,
high five.
Here, you can.
so I had involuntary, like, extra stuff happening by the time I was like 11 or 12. Yeah. Like different types of smells. Like, I'm sorry to be gross, but different types of smells and different types of moisture and stuff. And like, we used to, like, me and my friends would make fun of guys who had boners when we were 12. I know it was rude.
It's
but
hot.
like,
It's hot.
well, we just had noticed because we were going through puberty and we're like, all right, at least these guys we can make fun of because they had a telltale sign. So I was just curious if you guys had that problem.
I don't know. Like, I don't remember being like, oh my gosh, I have a boner and I'm 9 years old. Like, I don't know how old I was. Like,
Yeah.
life is a blur.
I honestly couldn't tell you either. Like the exact first one. It's not
Yeah.
like that was a moment that I remember. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not like I was like, oh my God, I have a fucking boner. Like, I didn't know that. Or like, I don't know if I knew or not. I don't remember that happening for the first time.
Did either of you have crushes on any of your teachers growing up?
Yes.
I did too.
I didn't have like a hot teacher until high school.
Me either.
And-
Same.
But I didn't really have like a crush on her like that. Like, it wasn't like something I really fantasized about that much.
I actually remember the first time. So like, so for this reason, I know that I'm a late bloomer. Like, I didn't really feel like a sort of attraction toward anyone until I was like 16. And I think a part of that was like, there was a repression going on, obviously, like growing up in a small town in Indiana. But I remember being in high school when I went to a boarding school and being like, this guy's like pretty fucking hot. And then that was like my first boyfriend though. So it was like pretty,
Wait,
there was like
it
an
Blaine
immediate.
from Glee?
It wasn't Blaine from Glee. That was not a boarding
Oh my
school,
God, I forgot. He's so
unfortunately.
young.
That was just a private school where they wore uniforms. The Dalton Academy Warblers, is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't Blaine.
He was so cute. I'm so sorry. That wasn't him.
No, my first crush, it was this guy who, he was just like this, he was like my friend's friend. Like, whatever, that it is what it is.
What color hair did he have?
He had blonde hair, but it was naturally brown.
Oh, was it like Sam from Glee?
No, it wasn't Sam from Glee.
Oh.
Unfortunately,
For the
it
folks
wasn't
at home
any
who
of the
doesn't know what
characters
Glee
from
is.
Glee.
What?
It wasn't any of the characters from Glee.
I'm sorry.
If it was, are you trying to get me to like fuck, marry, kill Glee cast edition?
No.
Because I'll go there. I'll go
Should
there.
we go there?
I love Glee.
I just feel like I have to say though, I'm so drunk and my train of thought has been lost a while ago. Have either of you guys?
Me and Branden?
Yes, the two boys in the room that have penises. Have there ever been like a time in your life where you had an involuntary boner and you had to like be like, oh no, I need to conceal my boner?
Yeah. Just like 100% of the time growing up.
Yeah. And honestly, though, I don't think I ever had a moment where it's like you have to go up in front of the class and it's super. I was good at like hiding it. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't that hard to just like kind of
Can
maybe.
you
that's
tell
why.
about when you were at the altar?
Maybe it was small.
You were were you raised Catholic?
I was raised Catholic.
As
I went
was
to
I.
Catholic schools.
As
until
was
high school,
I.
And I never got molested once. It sucks.
Same.
I guess I'm just.
I know.
I guess I'm just not attractive.
There's a joke on 30 Rock about that. He was like, I
No,
felt so unpretty.
It doesn't suck. It's just Thanks, Father Tony.
It
Guess
doesn't
am I not
suck.
hot enough for you?
Right.
You're attractive now. That helps.
I don't know.
But getting back, so talk about your involuntary boner when you were at the altar.
At the altar.
Yeah, you've told me this. This is a very personal story you didn't want to tell anybody. Please tell it now.
It's not. That didn't happen.
Yes, you. Okay. Sorry. For the listeners at home, he's in complete denial.
No, I'm
When you were like 8, you
not.
like jerked off
I
at the
would not
altar.
say
Like
that.
at the altar. Do you not remember? You were like at the pew and you like
No, not at the altar.
Tell me more.
I was in church.
You don't know what
And
an
I'd, like-
altar is.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't.
what I
I'm
learned.
not.
So-
I'm not religious. I'm so sorry.
The altar is like where the priest is up front. I'm
That's like on
in
the
the pew. It's a
stage.
pew.
Sorry.
The pews. You sit in the pews. No, I wouldn't like jerk off. I would just like
Hump
like
the pew.
Yeah, like when you're kneeling because you kneel a lot, you know. And I was
Yeah.
just sort of like yeah.
kind of like try to
and no one
crush
noticed.
it or whatever.
Right. Exactly.
But so
I
you would
know,
you
I
would
hate
jerk
that I
off in
know.
church.
Yeah.
I hate
And
that
like
I
when
know.
you're little, you don't like come, or at least I didn't come a lot. Like but you get off or whatever.
But why were you
What?
jerking
You
off in
got
church?
Yeah.
Why were you
Why?
doing that?
Because
I was
you
thinking
just
about.
have an
I
erection.
was just bored, honestly. But you think about other stuff.
How old were you?
This was like 6th and 7th grade. So I don't know. However old I was then.
What
like
school was
14.
it? What school?
I went to St. Michael's in Plymouth, Indiana.
You had to like go to church throughout the school week, right?
Yeah, like every week there was
Yeah,
like
we had like a Tuesday, Thursday thing. And so you're like sitting in church and like you're 100% bored. They dismiss the classes at different times. And like at the end of mass, you just have to kneel, basically. Did this happen to you?
for a long time. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're just sitting.
And you're supposed to pretend to be like praying or whatever.
Yeah, you're kneeling there thinking. They used to tell us, pray for your future spouse.
So instead of praying for your future spouse, you would jerk yourself off.
You didn't jerk off, but it's like, okay,
So would you orgasm to Jesus then?
no, there wasn't an orgasm. Let me explain something to you about having a penis.
Yeah, like
I just want to know. I'm just so curious because I don't have a penis of my own.
It's not like orgasmic stimulation. It's like you have an erect penis and like you there's a pressure.
yeah, it just feels good. Like
It
just
feels
rubbing
good.
it on the pew. a
Wait,
little
And
bit.
but
it might
why
go
is your
away.
penis
Yeah.
erect? Is it because
you
of
don't
Jesus?
necessarily have to like complete every time.
It's because it's the morning and you're doing like calisthenics in church.
Calisthenics? Can you explain what calisthenics is?
Calisthenic
you don't know what
exercise.
calisthenics are.
I'm
Yeah.
not religious. I was never
It's
brought
not
up religious.
It's an exercise word.
Oh.
it just means it's
Well, I am fat, so fuck you.
it's a type of exercise.
Is that the thing that you do in the water?
No, that's
No, that's like water aerobics.
yeah, water aerobics.
Oh, okay.
Calisthenics is the practice of like using your body to exercise to like heighten mobility and flexibility and durability and like heart health and stuff. It's like you do like, you know,
Is it
the-
like what you do with Kegel exercises?
it's not
No,
Kegels.
that's
It's just
not-
like full body calisthenics. You're trying to heighten your physical form. It's not for vanity. It's for like health. And you don't use any weights or bars or anything. You just use your human
body weight.
This sounds like a typical man thing. I don't know
It's
why.
not masculine. It's like
No,
feminine.
Girls,
Is it really?
Yeah, because like people that aren't trying to like
so
gain a
fat.
ton of muscle, you know, they'll do
You
it
just wanna be
to stay
on
in shape.
Survivor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
American Ninja Warrior. or something.
exactly. You do calisthenics.
Okay.
I think
Do you
CrossFit they do it a lot too.
Yeah.
Okay. Stacey, do you have anything you want to say?
I know it's like that's a crazy story. I wasn't planning on talking about, but I'm glad we brought it up. So
Basically, like when you have an erection and you want it to go away, like you like try to like crush it a little bit, but
Yeah,
like
you just,
then it
like-
also is like enjoyable to do that.
you know how girls hump their pillow?
Yeah, yes.
It's kind of like that, but with like I'm kneeling, so I'm like, here's the
Yeah.
view, and then
Or,
just
like-
kinda,
Brandon, like you know how like boys hump their pillow,
yeah,
like it's
Or
like
anybody,
that.
Anybody humps a pillow.
Did
Yeah,
you
you
hump
know
your
how
pillow
humans
when you
hump
were
their
a
pillow?
kid?
What?
To this day, he does.
Probably. Brandon, do you hump your pillow? Did you hump your pillow when you were a little kid?
I didn't really like, not a lot. I'd mostly just like hump the bed, sort of though. So I guess it's like the same thing. Really.
Like the
part?
headboard?
No, not the headboard. Like just the mattress.
You think he has like a wooden
That'd be
upright,
crazy.
like a vertical
I
piece
just-
of wood
yeah.
king?
That's the
I
only way
don't
can-
know.
Yeah, is there a vertical
I am
piece
kind
of
of a
wood
stiff.
here?
Stiff.
I don't know what that means. Did you have to like
kinda
stick
funny.
your pee-pee like inside of the mattress or like between the mattress and the?
No.
No, you just like you want me to give you an example?
Yes.
Yeah,
Just
do
like,
it.
Just like this, and then you're just like kind of humping your bed.
Yeah, but you kind of want to.
But is there a crack in your bed?
What?
Is there a crack in your bed?
Not
No,
a crack. Like I'm not.
it's the flat
It's
surface.
just a flat. Like when you just press, you don't have to necessarily like grab your dick to jerk off. You can just like just kind of push the
That
part
explains
against-
why when I had a boyfriend, he liked it when I touched a certain particular part and it wasn't like all the way around.
Right. It's like
Yeah.
because the top of it's not as sensitive as like the bottom. If
Yeah.
that makes sense.
But like
Exactly.
you don't
That was the
come.
part that I
You're not
remember
coming
that-
from
that
it.
was-
No, I mean, yeah, like there's a lot of times you just kind of do it, and yeah, you're not like just completing every single time.
So like when you're doing that in
makes
church.
sense.
Wait. Can we pause really quickly?
No.
This is, I feel like I have like a really, like, I have a different perspective on this, but like, you're coming sometimes when you're like grinding. Just
yeah,
from that?
yeah. When I was a kid, at least.
That is fucking fierce.
Yeah,
But like
Like,
even when you were in church,
yeah, in church for sure.
you
You
like
did?
you were
You did.
ejaculating.
Yeah.
What?
I don't.
Where-
Yeah. You. Yeah.
I don't want
Where
to
did the ejaculate go? Didn't it leave like
No, it just
a-
stayed in my.
Pants for the day?
I wore tidy whities back then.
All day long you were like,
Yeah,
you
it
had
just stayed in
cum-filled
there. Yeah.
pants.
But I feel like back then, see, if I did it now, I think it would be like back then. I don't think I came that much. Like actual stuff came out.
You had
You know what
like
I
an
mean?
orgasm, but you weren't.
Not
there
a
wasn't a
lot.
lot of ejaculate.
Right.
I hate to talk about a 12-year-old's.
Yeah, I
But
know.
it was
Well,
if it's yourself, it's
it is
okay.
what it is.
Yeah, but it's not myself.
But it's
Time.
himself. He's one of us.
I'm
so.
just curious because I don't understand, and like I have a son, so I want to know like
He's gonna do what he's gonna do, and like you need to like let him have that.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yes.
Just like not
Okay,
worry
can I
about
just
it.
say something here? I for like a year and a half had a disabled child, and he was like about 8 years old, and he was starting to experiment, and he was disabled.
Wait. You had a child
I did.
that you were like the guardian of.
No, it was my partner's child, but I lived with them, and he was my child as well.
I see.
Like not
that's what I was
legally, but I
asking,
took care
yeah.
of him, and
That's what I was asking.
I thought of him as my son.
Fierce.
But he
Good shit.
definitely was like at that age where he was like discovering himself.
yeah.
And that was like a little weird, but also at the same time not, because like we're all human and we all have those feelings.
I think that's something that we forget as people is that as we grow and as we become mature and as an adults, we all have needs. Like I had to work. I didn't have to work. I worked with people with disabilities, and we don't talk about it, but like I definitely saw a couple of people with disabilities go to the strip club because they had needs as people, and they needed.
And why
to-
wouldn't they?
Yeah, they needed to explore that because otherwise, if they don't explore it, they would go about it in inappropriate ways.
It's fucked up for us to think that they wouldn't, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I always thought they had needs.
They
I
do.
never thought like, oh, these people don't have needs.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't need the
Not to hate, but I
Yeah.
agree. Like
Yeah.
I was never like, yeah, they're sexless.
like what they. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't come as a huge shock.
we hate you, so
Yeah,
we hope you stay in the kitchen.
Kristen's in the kitchen where she should be.
Yeah, we hate
The
fucking hate
woman
that
of
lady.
who lives here.
Guys, this can't be the episode about male masturbation. Hard reset.
Does
Yeah,
anybody
hard
want a
reset.
drink while we're here?
What'd you say?
Except for the audience. Does anybody that is a part of this podcast want a drink?
We'll cut that.
I have very little beverage in my glass, so I would like to refill it.
I'm sad. I'm
Dude,
sad.
this episode needs to be called Hard Reset.
This
Because
is
we're
the
talking
hard
about
reset.
erections and it's
I
like
know.
perfect.
Didn't you guys want to do like Eat, Pray, Love 3 comics?
What does that mean?
Yeah, we can end on that because we've been going for like. it
I
feels
know,
a
and
lo-
none
pretty
of this
long
is
time.
usable. That's
Well,
the sad
That's
thing.
good though. That's good that we have a lot. We can cut some of it, but I feel like I don't mind talking about.
I don't
like,
wanna
sex
cut
stuff.
any of
I'm, like,
it.
really open about that kind of thing.
Okay, tell us a little bit more.
I wasn't expect. Well, that
Yes, of course Joey's gonna come back. Why do you even ask?
That's like almost like telling me
if
that
he
I
wants
shouldn't.
if he wants to come back, yeah. After
He's
all this,
gonna want to come back.
I
He's
do.
Joey.
Branden is so attractive.
I would love to make like a podcast episode next time. That would be really good.
That would be so
Yeah,
great if we
that'd be
could actually
crazy.
If
record.
we could achieve maybe a podcast episode, would be really good.
Have some kind of a structure.
I'm just
Can-
gonna edit this whole episode out.
Thank you.
I'll edit myself back in. I'm just kidding. No, there's good stuff.
Let's let this be the Branden like masturbation episode.
I just have the clip of me talking about it, and then that's it.
Be like, because I didn't. Okay,
Can I answer? Can I finish answering your question from earlier?
Yeah, Elizabeth Bathory.
No. I think like you asked me something about like why I'm a comedian. What was how did you?
I definitely have not asked a single question. I've only been trying to field questions.
Never mind.
So
I don't
could
even
talk a little bit more.
It doesn't matter.
I think Kay Banks did ask you what got you into comedy.
Oh, was that you?
And then you said something about your pubes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you went right into pubes.
And then I started talking about my pubes.
But we thought that was why you got into comedy, possibly.
Yeah.
You know what? Honestly, though, it is. It's because it's like I have such a difficult time being a human that the only way to actually do it is to tell everyone everything all the time, and that way I don't have anything that I have to hide.
Interesting.
That's good. It's therapeutic.
Yes.
She's answering. Kristen's in the kitchen getting alcohol for the guests.
Is this weird? Like, I don't really ever feel like I'm like, oh, I finally like I told the truth. Like on stage, like I'm not there to tell the truth.
I only tell the truth. That's
Like,
what I'm there for.
I'm
See
interested in
different
like
styles. That's good.
I'm like,
I hate telling the truth on stage. Absolutely.
That's why you try to convince everyone that you're a straight person when actually,
I never said I was straight on stage.
yeah, but you like implied it.
Never once. Just
Well-
mentioned that I have a son.
right.
Okay, but like for
does kind of
somehow
imply it.
you implied it, and so then when you got off stage the first time I saw you, I had to be like, "You're gay."
That sounds like a you problem, not a me problem.
No, that's more of like I recognize who you are more than you want to admit.
Sorry. So, I do have to mention this. Lesbians are super attracted to me all the time. It's not my fault. I just exclude. I exude. Thank you so much. I exude masculine energy. So lesbians. Thank you.
A body?
I just I'm sorry. I'm so drunk. I have a lot of masculine energy. So because of that, like lesbians seem to love me and corner me in different places and tell me that I'm a lesbian. And it's not my fault. I just am who I am. And that's okay.
Sing the song I Am What I Am.
I can't.
Here's what I have a theory about. And like when I was in high school, I had a boyfriend who was gay, and I had a paranoia that he was hotter than me.
Never.
In retrospect, I can see like he was literally like he was someone who is ugly. Like
Because you're beautiful.
It has nothing to do with the way that I look, but like in retrospect, I can see like, oh, he's ugly. But
But can I just say, like, for the audience who can't see you right now, you look like a very tall female model who has no hair.
You think they'd be a little bit shocked
What do you mean?
by my beauty?
No, I don't think they'd be shocked. I just want for them to know that is what you look like.
Mean. Anyway, the point is, I had this boyfriend. He was like, I thought that he was pretty gorgeous, you know, obviously. And I had a friend who said that he was her mission. So she said that there was like this thing where, you know, she was like trying to turn him
Into what?
Straight.
But he was gay.
And he's gay, and that she was
I understand how
he was her mission. And I think that, well, I know for a fact that in the gay community, there is a component of they're different for me. Well, in dating in general, saying, you know, they're one way, but for me, they're another way. You know,
You know
I want to be
what?
with a
Can I
bad
just
guy
interrupt
because
you?
he's good to me. I want to be with Kay Banks because she's gay to me. You know what I mean? And I don't think that gay girls are attracted to you because you're such a butch dude. Like, I definitely don't think that you're butch.
I think it just depends on personality. But
Thank you, by the way.
okay, can I just say I just realized that you do actually remind me of this guy Matt who I did go to a dance with in 8th grade, and he like it wasn't like a real boyfriend girlfriend thing, but it was like almost that vibe. But then it was like we both knew we were gay.
He's got it going on.
He was very cute, yeah.
Whatever.
He looked very much like you.
Good for him.
Yeah, like the whole gay thing, it doesn't matter, you know? It's like...
It doesn't.
It's a spectrum. Like some people
just
are
like
kinda,
artism.
Some people swing both ways a little bit. Some people only swing one way.
But like you're
I like
saying,
personality and like who you are as a person. Like sexuality is only like one little tiny part of that. I feel like, you know,
for sure. Unfortunately, I have a very horrible personality, so I'm pretty single right now. But Chris and Stuart, like I think
Kay Banks.
You're saying that gay girls are attracted to you.
Absolutely.
And I think that like
it's not my fault. I'm just
I
really
like,
attractive.
I like straight guys who like might paint their nails one day, like because it's
That
like
is cute.
you're obviously straight and I want to change that, and there's an in right there with your little black fingernail polish.
I'm sorry. I really ship you and Branden right now. I'm sorry. I'm just like looking at him and I was like, he would totally paint his nails.
You know, I've actually
he'd be super cute with it.
The guitarist in Neon Kites does that. And he's straight. He like paints his nails.
I thought you were the guitarist in Neon Kites.
No, I do keyboards for him.
I
would sing a little bit. I play guitar in a couple songs. It depends.
You know what's really...
around.
Can I just say something that's so hot? This is a non sequitur. Not really. Remember the major motion picture Princess Diaries?
Yes.
No. Remember when
Wait, what?
No.
You've never seen that.
Branden?
Or are you joking?
You've seen it?
The Princess Diaries. This is important. Have you seen it or not?
Like, sat through the whole thing.
Oh, Anne Hathaway.
Oh, I love Anne Hathaway.
Julie Andrews.
Dude,
I love Julie Andrews.
Whatever. You're not
like
a
it.
lesbian.
Okay, can I finish this? Let me button this up really quick. In the Princess Diaries...
I told you I'm not a lesbian.
In the Princess Diaries, there's like a queer-coded character. He has like red hair. It's like dyed like bright red, like fire engine red. And he plays keyboard. While he's playing keyboard, there's M&Ms on the keyboard. They're like falling into like where he's hitting the keys. Like it's like the hottest thing ever in my life. Isn't that like weirdly hot?
It's supposed to be dumb, but
No.
it's actually like so great.
No, it's supposed to be hot.
Here.
I feel so bad for the audience
my
because we have 4 people and only 3 mics, so it is hard to tell who's talking to who.
Welcome back to the 4 Idiots, 3 Mics podcast. There are 3 of us are actually named Mike, and coincidentally, we have 3 microphones.
I walked away from sharing a microphone because I was mad because Kristen Stewart didn't remember.
Hey, Banks.
What Princess Diaries? I'm so drunk. I
know
can't
I've
even
seen
talk.
like some like parts of it, but
Yeah. Okay.
Can you
what parts?
actually edit that
What
out?
parts? What
Everything
parts
I
have you
just said.
all right, hard reset. We're gonna start over. Hey, this is the Where's My Hat podcast.
Welcome back to the Where's My Hat podcast.
There's a Mustang in it. I remember that part.
Yeah, it keeps stalling when she's on the hills of San
Yeah, that's her
Francisco.
dream. Yeah, it's her dream
She
car.
calls it her baby.
Yeah, I remember that part.
Oh, in the Princess Diaries?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for the next hour and a half, we're gonna watch the Princess Diaries and comment on it.
Oh my
That
god.
would be so great.
That is
Why
the
don't we do
podcast
that?
I was born to host.
We
That'd
should have
be-
just been doing that this whole time.
We could
That
do
and 10 things I
Okay.
hate about you.
Right now, Mia's waking up in her. It used to be a firehouse, but now it's a home.
do it from
Yeah.
memory. Do the
Art
whole thing
studio.
from memory. That'd
I
be crazy.
can.
That'd be nuts.
I can. She
I do
has
love
like
Julie
a
Andrews.
door, but it's like a hole in the ground, and it's a smiley face that just slides open. You guys, it sounds like you guys want to watch this. Like you guys are like,
I'd love to.
that sounds good.
But I have to pee, and I would also like to smoke.
I also
okay. So, do you want to end on that game, maybe? And I'm gonna give Stacey back her mic. Thank you guys for letting me be a part of this. This is fun.
I do
I like
remember.
podcasts.
I do remember. Like I learned how to sit properly because of Princess
Ankles
Diaries.
crossed.
Yes.
Sit up straight. That's it.
I would love to learn to sit up
and then,
straight,
like,
but I have the worst posture.
To the slant a little bit.
Yeah. You
Like
put him to the side.
yeah.
And you put your
Well,
put him
for
to
a
the
guy,
side
yeah.
though. Knees together.
Right.
Yeah, there it is, girlie.
You know what I just realized?
Put
What?
your ankles to the side though.
That Joey
It's that.
and
And
Branden
then put
have
your
better
little hands in
posture
here.
than either of us.
Yeah.
Even though we're the women here, and we were supposed to be taught that. and they were
It's
not.
not my fault
Wow,
that I
so
wasn't
good.
fun. I watched movies to learn.
No, me same. But I feel like we're just like so feminist that we just avoided it entirely.
That's true. Like my go-to movies to like live life is Kill Bill and Charlie's Angels because those are badass women who killed men out of vengeance.
Hey, who's your favorite angel? Because I have like a definite answer.
Cameron-
and you're not gonna
Cameron
like it.
Diaz.
Diaz, yeah.
Yeah.
Lucy Liu.
I do love Lucy
The
Liu
Asian?
though. Absolutely.
Yeah, the Asian.
I'm sorry, I'm so
human
racist.
being.
Oh, hey, we need to do
Human
our
being.
jokes.
Oh no, mine's Obama.
Okay, I'll do mine first.
Speaking of racism.
Okay, mine is the Great Wall of China, which I'm going to be honest, like we've been talking this whole time and I haven't come up with a joke, but I do have a joke about Asian people. Joey, looking at your face, I just feel like you're so horrified right now.
I'm like trying to think about octopuses right now.
Oh my God, the look in your
Octopi.
eyes though.
That's
was
just
so
my eyes.
Do you want to
crazy.
switch?
With what?
Octopuses and Obama?
I don't have anything. Don't you have an Obama joke? You said
It's not. It has Obama in it.
we'll hear it.
It
later.
doesn't have to be like a perfect joke, but just like whatever comes to mind. Right?
Have you
Because I
guys
haven't.
ever heard of the black diver?
No.
There's a phenomenon in the South Pacific of basically the black carpet and the black diver. People see when they're scuba diving, they'll see what looks like a scuba diver who is incapacitated, and they go up to it, and it's not a scuba diver. It is a macroorganism made up of many microorganisms that are forming themselves into what looks like a scuba diver to trap you, to eat you. It's like a cryptid thing. And some
Really?
people think that it's an octopus that shapeshifts because there are octopus that are also in the South Pacific that they try to take the form, like they'll bend their bodies. Obviously, they're like invertebrates, and they'll bend their bodies into like looking like jellyfish or like a seahorse or something that's inedible or predatory to escape.
Dude,
being
that
eaten.
totally changes my mind about something. Don't speak yet, please.
That's all right. I haven't this whole time.
I just
Good.
I just recently learned about this murder. It was this couple that was like on this honeymoon, and like the woman, like she didn't like to do the things that the guy wanted to do, but like he wanted to go scuba diving, so they did it on their honeymoon, and she died when they went scuba diving. And then,
That's what she
like, the
gets.
whole lore of the story is like, oh, he wanted to take out this insurance policy, and he killed his wife while they were scuba diving.
What was her
But
name?
now, since, like, considering what you just said, like, there could totally be another possibility. Like, maybe they
Yeah.
ate her and then just posed as her.
It was
Yeah.
like a 3-day honeymoon,
They're
was
like,
it not?
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
That's cool. I like that we know the same murders.
That's good.
That's so nice.
Okay, my joke about octopuses is as follows.
Okay.
I don't
Oh, that
have
wasn't a
anything.
joke before.
I
that?
thought that was
I
what
don't
you were
have anything.
doing.
That wasn't. You said, what do you like think of? What's the
Is
first thing that comes
murder
to
not a
mind?
joke?
Not to me.
It's not a joke.
Go
Go-
ahead,
go on with what
Stacey.
you were
Go
going
ahead,
to
Stacey,
say.
with Great Wall.
You want me to start?
Yeah, please.
Are we going to end with you?
Sure. Yeah, I'm the guest.
That seems fitting.
Yeah.
But let's let Joey say his octopus joke.
I don't really have one. I started being a pescatarian lately, and I will eat anything that comes from the sea. Except I'm not octopus. Octopus sucks.
No, octopus are way smarter than humans or any other species. That's why we don't eat them.
The joke is that the suckers suck. And we do eat octopus.
Yeah,
I've eaten
calamari.
octopus.
Calamari is pretty
That's
good. I
squid.
think.
We
That's
do eat
squid.
octopus.
Oh,
We
is-
should not eat octopus, though.
I guess
That's
you're right,
fucked up.
People eat octopus?
Because they
No,
taste
people eat
right
you
like
still eat
rubber.
it.
Why would you eat them?
Yeah, how would you
They
know?
only live for 2 years. They have a very intelligent brain, but they only live for 2 years. Why wouldn't you eat them? They only live for 2.
Let them live out their lives. If they die
So-
and then you eat them, whatever. But don't kill them. That's fucked up.
If a human if a human only lived for 2 years, would you eat them?
There it is.
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing.
If a human,
I think if a human lived out their entire life and then in their will wrote, please eat me, sure.
yeah,
Why not?
That's what the founder of PETA did.
Excuse me, Joey?
The founder of PETA said, like, when I die, turn my skin into leather and eat my flesh and turn my bones into, like, spoons or something.
You know,
That's
you
pretty
only live
gangster.
once.
I know, it's so fierce.
That's pretty badass.
Like, I'm first in line to eat that geezer. Like, I'm hungry for that.
Brandon, may I read a
I'm
suicide note?
okay with it.
Who's?
You have
My
a suicide note?
ex-boyfriend.
No.
Sure. Well, you should read that.
I just want to even the playing field.
Let's end on that though.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Really
Well,
quick,
and not
we're gonna-
I just want to mention that there have been many times when I thought we should hard reset, and there's never been a time more like right now that I thought we needed to
Hard reset.
And I think that maybe the podcast can be found in the first hour of the recording, and
Yeah.
past that, I mean, just cut,
I'm gonna try
burn
to
it.
edit it down
Okay,
to
here he
an
drew
hour.
himself. Kristen Stewart, what do you think of this drawing?
He had a beard.
Oh my God, Stacey Stark.
There's a baby that
We're
lives here,
spilling drinks.
Stacey.
Barely.
Hey, he lives here all the time.
Here,
This is
I'll-
his.
I'll
He's here
get
more than
some-
anybody.
Okay, we're gonna end on this. All right, thank
This should
you
be
for
good.
listening to Where's My Hat?
I don't
Here's
get
my
any
hat. Oh, here
closing
it is.
remarks. Nothing.
Joey Hines, please say.
You guys have not given me enough attention at all.
Hey, Joey, what do you think of this drawing?
Did he have a beard?
Do you know Dominic? Or I'm sorry, I'm not
He
going to say
looks
his name.
Hot, honestly. He looks like he was pretty hot.
He didn't look like that at all. That's
Did he
not
have a
even a
beard or
picture of
not?
him.
Please.
That's like what he wishes he was.
We have a lot of audio equipment.
He never looked like that.
Oh my gosh!
That's okay. Here.
Thank you, Joey, for being here. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'm sorry that we got so out of hand.
I'm
It's
so
okay.
drunk right now.
This is going to be the lost episode, I hope.
No, we're going to use
I'll
it.
come back. You guys are not allowed to drink at that time. Brennan and I will, maybe. I don't know.
There will be
'Cause
editing.
Obviously, like, you guys don't have, like, a good filter when you're drunk. It's weird. Like, most human beings are still like, yeah, I'm drunk, but I'm not racist right now.
Here, Joey, read this page.
I'm going to do a dramatic reading from this, someone's suicide note. Hello, my name is Redacted. To my dearest friends. Is that it?
That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
It appears to be the beginning of a suicide note, and there's nothing else in there. I guess he got the job done.
That was it. It was to my dearest friends. Anyone is a sociopath who is trying to kill themselves and wants people to know about it, they say dearest.
Okay, fuck, marry, kill. Here's 3 male. Oh, I don't care about this. Jesus. Oh, what? Who wrote this?
Dominic. I'm sorry. Don't include any of that.
What's Dominic's story? Why do you own this?
He left it
When?
when I broke up with him.
Which was when?
No, he's still alive.
He left it. When did he break up with you?
In like 2021?
You had a boyfriend in 2021?
Yeah. He was a gay man, and then he became progressively more straight and more fat, and then I broke up
Pause.
with him.
You're telling me this whole time we've been sitting here talking about literal bullshit, and in 2021, mind you, listening audience, it's 2022. In 2021, one short year ago, Stacey was in a full relationship, of romantic sexual relationship with a man who
Yeah.
was gay.
Like PIV fully.
Named Dominic, who she broke up with because he became attracted to women.
Exactly.
Stacey Stark is the prominent lesbian in this entire podcast who accuses me of being a lesbian most of the time.
I have every right to do so because I know what a lesbian looks like. I know what a lesbian acts like.
Is this his phone number right here?
What is it?
7.
Stop.
You can bleep it out. 7.
I don't know where my phone is at.
Is it Becca Gear Sources?
It could be his phone number, or it could be Becca,
Or could it be Naomi's?
or it could be Naomi.
This is a good time
We're
to
calling from
stop.
Kinko's. You print it off.
I highly doubt he would write down his own phone number.
Thank you guys for listening to the
Where-
Where's My Hat podcast. This is your host, Kay Banks, signing off here with my friend Stacey Stark, special guest Joey Hain, and our producer, Branden, last name.
Eifrid.
And I have to say, thank you so much for
Branden.
joining us as our guest, our first guest, and our most important guest, Joey Hain.
I hope to be, one day I hope to be your last guest.
Oh, that's
Before-
like when we'll die.
Yeah, we're going to make a pact about that.
Okay.
But
Off
thank you.
air.
Before I go, please, I do want to stress this. I don't mean to be cheesy. Thank you so much.
You're
It means so much
welcome.
to be a part of our podcast because you were incredibly funny.
Thank you.
And your back must hurt because you carried this whole podcast the entire time.
I try to. You can find me on social media at Joey Hain. That's spelled JOWYHAIN on Instagram and Twitter. Give me a follow. I never ever post, but sometimes I do post to my story upcoming stand-up shows and stuff like that.
Do you have upcoming stand-up shows?
I am going to be on a show September 25th at Summit City Comedy Club. It is called Peppers and Punchlines.
Oh, you're on that?
I am on that.
I didn't make the cut. I couldn't handle the peppers.
I've never
Do
tried the
not
peppers
censor my microphone, you asshole.
That's
It's
going to be
about-
September 25th at Summit City Comedy Club here in Fort Wayne. Show starts at 7. You can buy tickets at the door for $16. You could buy them online for $10. So
What about after that? Because this will not post.
that's what I was thinking. I'm going to be in a show up in Crown Point on December 3rd, which is Sarah Silverman's birthday. So that's how I remember it. But I'm featuring for Alex Eakin up in Crown Point on December 3rd. You're going to have to seek that out on social media. That's at Joey Hain, JOWY.
How come Alex Eakin doesn't want me to feature for him? That's fucked up.
Too short.
I'm too short.
This is a good time to
Okay.
end it. Thank you again.